Uh, Hello, bigenderdotnet and watchers. I hope everyone's doing all right tonight. Sydney came up with this week's topic, and I think it's a very good one. So she definitely picked a winner this week. So Sydney has decided that we should all get personal, and ask and answer each other's questions. So, without further ado, once I can see properly, that is, I shall answer Sydney's question first, and then I'll ask questions. Because I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to ask, and I've been racking my brain all day trying to figure out questions. So I'm just going to wing it, because I haven't been able to think of any. So, Sydney wanted to know more about my story, about how I got here to England. I'm American. I was born in Missouri in 1977, which makes me 34 years old. When I was 24, that's 2001. So December 2001 is when I moved over here, not too far from Christmas, actually. So I'm very close to my 10th anniversary of moving over. But I came over here originally for a holiday, and because I had met this guy online, and I thought we had hit it off, and so I came over here to visit him for the holidays, and together we kind of decided that I should stay. Then I got pregnant, and had major complications with that, and then I had Paul, which is who I was pregnant with, obviously. But for those of you who don't know, Paul's autistic. So it kind of, I really couldn't go back to the States because care for autistic kids over in the States, it's horrible. I mean, I would have had to work like 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet and pay for everything that he needs. So it was pretty much a no-brainer for me to stay here. We left Paul's dad back in August 2005. He was quite an abusive sort, major alcoholic, due to his own problems. And so, I was with him for 4 years, left him right after Paul's 3rd birthday, and moved to Widnes, Cheshire. I was given a choice between Manchester, Widnes, and London. And I didn't like the idea of London, too busy for me. Manchester, I would have been alright going to Manchester, but when they told me that they were going to put me in a place where I had to share a bed with Paul and a room with another family, I went, no way. So I ended up in Widnes, which has turned out really good because Widnes has a wonderful special needs school for autistic kids, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I mean, there's a lot more personal stuff, which if you want to know if you want to delve deeper, Sydney, by all means, you can either ask me more direct questions, or you can talk to me on Messenger, which I'll give you if you ask me for them. I mean, yeah, my accent is, as you said, my accent is very, very slightly muddled with English, with the English accent. I'm actually trying right now to talk more in my old American twang than I do normally. It's really hard. It's very difficult to get back into the complete accent. For one thing, I wouldn't have said accent 10 years ago. I would have said accent or accent. So it's very difficult. But I think if I can get into the correct mind frame, I mean, Missouri is like, your redneck, Missouri hillbilly redneck. It's a stereotype for that state. And they all kind of sound like this, Yep, I'm from Missouri. I live on a farm. Go shoot deer on, shoot a big buck, put meat on the table. Hey, but yeah, I think it starts on Scottish. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So, oh goodness. Questions. Okay. I'll start. I'm going to try to go in order, and my problem is I can't remember exactly who's in what order. So I think it's Sam's normal day is tomorrow. So I'll ask Sam. I know you're a metalhead, Sam, and a Nintendo fanatic. So I'm going to ask you, and this is going to sound a bit off the wall question, but if Nintendo made a metal music based game, what metal band would you want that game's music to be based off of? That sounds like an interesting thing to say. So, yeah, that's for Sam. Bryn? Oh, goodness. I'll ask... You're from Chicago, Illinois, which is... Obviously, Illinois is just to the east of Missouri. So I'm going to ask you if you've ever been to Missouri, and if so, where? And what are your favorite things about Missouri? Alex, you live in California, I think. So let me think. Oh, goodness, what's a good question for you? I know you're into Reiki and alternative therapies. So just out of curiosity, how did you get into those, especially Reiki? How did you get into that? Yeah, how'd you get interested in it? And all that. And for Sydney, oh goodness. Sydney's from the great southern state. Sydney's a southern gal. I would touch on oh goodness. Now you see, when it comes to asking questions of people, I find it really difficult to do so, or to think of questions. I think with Sydney, okay. Sydney, I will ask you because I know you like to travel, but I know you can't afford to. But if you could afford to travel anywhere in the world, anywhere at all, where would you go? Just one place. Where would you go? Or two. I'll allow you to go up to two. And why would you go to those places? And I don't want the answer to be because you got friends living there. I want to know what about that location, that part of the world, that town, that city, that country, whatever. What draws you there? I'm looking forward to all of you guys' answers. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to put a video on my personal channel tomorrow. It's my normal day for that. So until then, I'll see you all later. And I really look forward to hearing the answers to all these questions and whatever question you may have for me. I'll talk to you guys later.